Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 with another Hot Wheels car build with what Forza thinks is the most expensive car in the game. It's not, but it's close. It's close to it. The actually most expensive one is the Mark, I think, Coupe, which is like the road version of this, the Mercedes 300 SLR. Fantastic car. It had a bit of a licensing problem, if I recall, that prevented it from being in Horizon 5, but they sorted that out, and it's back. And I figure, why not give it a proper welcome back with ruining it? Yeah, I love the styling, but we need the aero. Desperately. We are actually pretty high PI for the age, low A class. Tires, not the biggest. Was hoping for a little more. I think this is gonna be a death trap. But you never know. Maybe this will be fantastic. I don't think it will. But it's gonna have a hell of a power to weight ratio. That is a sure thing. I'm just putting all these on because it really doesn't matter. I can put all these on and it still won't get to the top of S1 class, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I was wrong. Because we can put the 1300 horsepower turbo engine in it, the 2JZ. Yeah, it's still not going to get to the top of the class, but I'm not actually adding any PI, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the turbo, and I'm going to leave it at 970. Because, actually I'm going to go to a nice even 1,025 horsepower, okay? Because this keeps the weight down about 20 pounds, which is good. It prevents me from getting more lag, which is also good. Should help the power band. And 1,025 horsepower is plenty in a car weighing less than 2,000 pounds. So, the power weight ratio is off the charts, and I'm hoping being 1,300 horsepower, or being 300 horsepower down the maximum capabilities of this engine, will give me some form of control. But that's just a hope. If I can control this in the corners, which is a big if, this might fly, for one simple reason. Yes, it has so much wheel spin, I was starting it in third. However, as you can see, with a little bit of management, I can actually get to full throttle by fifth. And if I can control it in the corners, which is easier said than done, it absolutely flies. I lengthened my gear ratios because I was buzzing the limiter at 212. I thought that was like a wheel spin limited thing where I didn't have enough traction to go that fast. No. It's a rocket ship. It's an absolute rocket ship. It's an insanely difficult to control rocket ship. I mean, look at this, nearly 200 miles an hour up the hill. In fact, we are hitting 200 miles an hour up the hill. That is insane. And I can just leave it in 6th. It still gets wheel spin in 6th gear around the corners. But the speeds this thing can carry are ludicrous. And it might genuinely make up for any lack of handling, because, again, provided I don't bin it in a wall, I can just out-accelerate anything that has ever existed short of like a Rimac. And you can see right now, terrible run, on my first run, I'm already catching that Moser. The Moser is not our target time. The target time is the Schuppen 962, still at a 143.6, but the Moser was at a 145 dead, which is almost the pace of the BMW M2, which has led the build cars for a while. You can see the speed of the McLaren, the Mercedes. I was thinking about the Mercedes McLaren SLR, not the 300s. Yeah, I was thinking about the wrong SLR. Alright, this is a Mercedes SLR. The SLR McLaren hasn't been in this game series in a very long time. I think this stand a 145.3 on his first run. That is stupid. That is absolutely stupid. This thing is super fast. If I can control it... Oh, that's a little sketchy. But again, even on a slow run of 172 miles an hour up that hill, I'm going to drop down to 6 just a little bit. I can't get on the power. But again, acceleration is just ludicrous. Oh, little sketchy. Or very sketchy. But this, I can't go how fast this car is in a straight line. I thought this would be pretty quick in a straight line based on the fact it's a Le Mans racer slash Millie Meekly racer. I didn't think it would be 236 mile an hour top speed according to the telemetry. That's stupid. And the brakes are good because it's light. The turn is actually not bad once you get the oversteer sorted out. Like that, just about. And then just the insane speed. This is going to sound really cheesy, but it is also apt considering it has a 2JZ in it. It's got massive VTEC on the straightaways. I do have to try to not hit a wall, though. Not a wall, though. A wall, though. But we are going to demolish. We're in the 144s, I think. Yeah, we are. 144.6 again with another terrible run. Again, if I can just not hit anything, this should demolish. This might actually challenge the shotgun. Whoa! Big drift. That's how I don't know how I kept that out of the wall, but I did. If the 962 is all about control and precision and, you know, carrying the corner speeds, this is the exact opposite. This is insanity boiled down to a singular vehicle. Oh, it's sketchy, but it's fast. This might be my favorite car I've built in a very long time because it's so challenging to drive and yet it's so capable. When you actually use it on a track, obviously the Hot Wheels track favors higher powered cars, so I guess this is definitely not suitable to every track on Forza. However, in this situation, it's good. It's really good. I was expecting this to be a bit of a joke car, I'm not gonna lie, because too much power going to the rear wheels, and it's like that, but it's a joke car that's fast. I mean, we're demolishing the Ghost. That's not even funny. 225 miles an hour. And I'm actually giving myself the benefit that I know I hit the wall a lot, but A, I can't really control it all that much. I don't have much say in it. And 2, I think it sort of mitigates itself. Oh, crap. Oh, we're a tenth of a second off! We are literally a tenth of a second off. We can do it. We can beat the 962. We can do it. We can actually beat that thing. Like, good first corner. I need to focus now. I'm not going to talk very much because I really want to beat that Porsche. Not just for German's sake, you know, the German rivalry between Mercedes and Porsche, but just the fact that nothing has even come close. And here comes the outside-the-box thinker, the McLaren. Why do I keep saying McLaren? I don't know. I'm not really focusing on speaking right now, so I'm going to chalk it up to that, because this requires 120% concentration. Okay, we're okay. We're going to downshift a little bit. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I shifted down in the 4th. That's not really necessary. We're going to have plenty of power on the way out. Yes, we do. Manage to throttle around this corner and gun it. Oh, we are flying. We are flying, ladies and gentlemen. Can I just get this last corner right? That is the question. We're going to be a little cautious heading in because I just have so much speed. It doesn't really matter. I think this might be it. I think this might be it. Gun it to the line and get on the power nice and early. Oh, I think we're gonna do it. Come on! Come on! We destroyed the Porsche! We destroyed the 962 by a second! A whole second! Ha 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 ha! Oh, that is beautiful! We have a new leader! That is so unexpected. And yet so awesome! And I think I can go even faster. This run has been even better. Okay. Yes, I mean, we've already set the lap record here. Let's see just how far of a goalpost we can move it. That is amazing. That's probably one of my favorite things from Horizon 5. This car is so good. I love this car. It's a shame it costs $163 million in the game, unless you get it from the festival playlist, like I did. Yeah. Which, I think that actually makes it the first festival playlist car that can actually be bought from the auto show, I think, if my memory serves me correct. But it's kind of cool, even if it was a novelty thing, you know, $162 million, that's how much they paid for the Omlock Coupe in real life. Alright, that was a slightly sloppy middle section, but I think the first section was super clean. And we still have this straightaway to go. Yeah, it wasn't as good of a middle. However, I think this run might be even faster. Use a little bit of slack, get that front end turned in a little better. I think that is... We got the exact same time. Down to the thousandth of a second. I think that is the exact same time as our flagged one. The 962 has been dethroned. Yeah, by a whole second. Yeah. The 962 did a 143.63. This did a 142.6 dead. Oh, I did not expect that walking in, but I am so glad. I have a massive smile on my face right now. That is amazing. If you would have told me that this absolute death machine could beat the mighty 962, I would have thought you're kidding. I mean, this is what, the 8th episode? 9th episode. 9th episode. It's taken 9 builds to beat that 962, rather fittingly. And out of all the things that did it, the 772 Mercedes 300 SLR, I think it was a good thing, actually not putting all 1,300 horsepower in this car. I think managing it to 1,000 is much better, because I can just about control this to make it really fast. As you saw in that final lap, using a little bit of sideways action, it really takes a lot of concentration and skill to drive that car fast. And it will not work on every circuit. This is definitely a Hot Wheels only vehicle because the straightaways are so massive. And this is, well, I mean, it's probably one of the most braking intensive tracks on Hot Wheels, and it's still pretty near flat out most of the way. And the SLR could just get its power down well enough out of the corners in 6th gear, I would add, that the straightaway speed and the decent corner speed on the high-speed corners means that it just flies. The 962 carries far more speed, but this carries good speed, and then is a mile ahead of it at the end of every straightaway. It's probably one of my favorite cars I've built in the history of Forza. Probably because of the surprise of it all. But yeah, we have a new leader, and his name is a 300 SLR. But that'll be it for this episode of Forza Horizon 5. We'll be back with more